Good morning, South Africa, and welcome to the loading zone. Let's get loaded. Hi everyone, my name is Rabban Naming and this is the Loading Zone. Welcome to episode 2. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me and I appreciate that. Quick disclaimer, anything I say on these videos does not constitute financial advice and should not be seen or treated as financial advice. For adequate advice, please see a financial advisor who is registered and skilled to do so to go through a financial needs analysis before doing any recommendation. With that said, let's get right into it. Today I want to talk about a unique way of saving you money using your current debt. And no, I'm not talking about going for debt review or going for debt counseling. I'm saying you have a debt and we're just trying to get you a lower installment. To do that, I want to talk about credit life assurance. So what is credit life assurance? This is simply cover on your debts. It's basically a life cover embedded in your debt. Am I making sense though? I feel like I'm losing. Maybe let me make an example. Let's say I want to buy a car and I've spotted this beautiful car for about 200,000. Most people don't have 200,000 just lying around, so we usually go to a bank to finance buying this car. If you have 200,000 lying around, maybe you're the one who should be doing these videos. Anyway, the bank takes this 200,000, pays it to the dealership, and I'm allowed to leave with my car. Technically, I don't own the car, it's owned by the bank, but that's a story for another time. So now I owe the bank 200,000, but we have an arrangement of how I'm gonna give them back their money, which is an installment on a monthly basis for X amount of years. But what happens when I die while still owing the bank? You know that song by Singaka, Romeo Wankolota. You should know it, man. Basically, Singaka is talking to the family of the deceased, his friend Romeo, who he had borrowed money and died without paying. Hey, but Singaka is a legend, man. Well, the bank doesn't want that kind of situation. So embedded in your monthly premium or monthly installment that you pay to this lending facility, institution or bank, there's usually a credit life. This is meant to protect both you and the lending institution. Basically, the bank will not kick the kids out the house because you passed away. The house will be fully paid for. The bank doesn't now have to go figure out how to sell this car or sell your furniture for that loan. So credit life assurance can also have other benefits embedded in it. You can also have disability cover, income protection, retrenchment cover, etc. In all these events that I've just mentioned, your ability to earn an income has been halted, paused, or disturbed, which basically means your ability to pay back what you owe has also been disturbed. So essentially, credit life assurance exists to protect you and those you borrowed money from. So why am I telling you all of this? You see, most people don't know when they have credit life assurance. This is usually because of how it's actually taken up. I mean, if I'm sitting across a sales consultant in a bank who just approved my loan, I want to sign these documents as fast as possible, just in case they change their minds. But we give in a contract and we never really read it. Half the time we don't even know where it is. But if you look closely to your contract, you will see or notice that there is an insurance that is embedded in your monthly installment. 99% of the time it's there. Okay, that is thumbs up. So it's usually there. Here's the thing. Credit life assurance is not always a prerequisite for a loan to be approved. Nor do you have to take it up with the institution you have it with. So when you take up a loan, the consultant's supposed to be sitting with you, is supposed to say this is what the admin fee is, this is what the interest will be, yada yada, as well as what you actually pay for credit life assurance. This is usually not the case, and that's why most people don't know that they actually do have credit life assurance on their loan. So I'm not saying cancel your credit life assurance. No. I'm saying there's a way of getting it cheaper. And this is by just getting a normal life insurance. Actually, let me rephrase that. That's by just getting a normal comprehensive life insurance. This tends to be a cheaper option because of one word: underwriting. Underwriting is basically a process that insurance companies use to gather information, analyze, and put you within a risk category. They look at things like your medical history, they look at your family history, your habits, your income, your gender, your age, etc. So all of this information is gathered to simply put you within a certain risk category and say, because of your lifestyle, your history, and all of that, we as the insurance company will give you cover for X amount. Essentially, this means that it is tailored towards you, your lifestyle, your history, and whatnot, specifically. Whereas when it comes to credit life assurance, one could say this is like group insurance. A one-size-fits-all approach, maybe? To put this into context, the regulator has set a monthly credit insurance limit of about $450. Yeah, $450 for each thousand on all credit agreements, except mortgages. For an ordinary mortgage, the limit is R2 for every 1,000. Let's put this into context in this sense. 2-year-old Rebane goes and gets a house for 500,000. This means that he would pay up to 1,000 Rand for this 500,000 home for credit life assurance. 32 years, 500,000. Man, basically get a lot more cover if you're paying 500 Rand, 1,000 Rand at the age of 32. A lot more than 500,000. What I'm basically saying is, what you currently have been paying maybe a lot more than what you can pay. If I took a normal loan for 100,000, let's say, and it's R4.50 per 1,000, that means I'd be paying 450 Rand. Guys, man, it's too much. Yo, no man, no, that's too much. Okay, but it's up to, so it can be less. Man, still, yo. Now all of these things are hidden in your monthly installment for each loan that you have. It's a loan for your car, a loan for your house, a loan for personal loan, an RCP, a credit card, an overdraft, every single loan, even your department store account. So another thing I don't like about credit life assurance is that it only settles your debt. Only the debt. There's nothing that's left behind, no change, nyana, just the debt. So if I have a bond for 20 years and I die or become disabled 3 months before settling the bond, it will only pay the last 3 premiums, or the last 3 installments, right? Only. So basically, credit life assurance keeps doing this. With every installment that I pay, it keeps going down. But the premium doesn't go down. In fact, in some instances, your premium increases on a yearly basis. Whereas in a life cover, you can get a premium and a benefit that stays the same, and another that keeps going up. So essentially, what I'm saying is, it's up to you what you want. And we have to edit that out, man. Now, this isn't always the case where you are able to save money by simply converting your credit life assurance into a life cover, or moving from a credit life assurance with a life cover and cancelling it. Yeah. Because of underwriting, if you have pre-existing conditions, you may find that you are unable to get the cover that you need, or you're paying a lot more than what a normal person would be paying for that. That's why I will stress again, this is not financial advice. Please see a financial advisor to look at your finances and your life holistically in order to make a recommendation. These videos are meant to steer you into the right direction and not give you advice. Give you something to think about. Make you the smart guy at the bride. Dinner conversations, the in-laws. All I'm saying is, I want to give you a bit of homework to do. Go and write down a list of all of your debts and look at the ones that, try and find out which ones have credit life assurance in it. Compare it with what you currently have as credit life assurance and what you're already paying for your life cover. Do have life cover, right? Right? Because you're not obliged to take credit life assurance with the institution that you borrowed money from. You can cancel it and get something that's cheaper. Sure, there'll be medicals, there'll be bloods, etc., but you could save yourself a couple of hundred or even thousands. Also important to note that you never cancel anything until the thing that you want to be in place is already in place before you cancel. I need to reiterate that I'm not saying go and cancel your credit life assurance. I'm saying go and weigh the options and see which one actually makes more sense. That's it. Thank you for tuning in into today's episode. I thoroughly appreciate your presence, your sharing, your likes, your subscriptions. Please share it with your friends as well. Hopefully they can benefit a thing or two from it. Thank you for tuning in. See you guys next week.